Tonight, Spirit is calling you out lovingly. You've been telling yourself you need one more sign, one more confirmation, one more divine green light before you finally make your move. But if you're honest, you've been saying this for a while now because the truth isn't that you don't know what you want. The truth is, you know exactly who you want. When the lights go out and the world gets quiet, your body already knows. Your heart already knows. You don't need much to remember them. One thought is enough. And suddenly you're laying there replaying conversations, imagining futures, wondering whether the door is still open. Meanwhile, you're convincing yourself you're being wise. Spirit says no. You're being afraid. Someone here has been nursing the same feelings while moving at a Knight of Pentacles pace, hoping heaven will deliver undeniable evidence before they risk their pride. But love has been waiting on the other side of a decision, not another sign. And then enter the flying monkey. One distraction, one strategic move, one person who had absolutely no business helping steer your love life somehow managed to tip the entire cart into a storm. Giving just enough affection to keep someone hopeful, but never enough to build a home, turned what could have been a Four of Wands into a cautionary tale. Now, you're laying awake, wondering how to repair what your inconsistency helped break. The good news: Spirit doesn't see someone looking for another revolving door romance. Spirit sees someone who's finally tired of sampling connections and is ready to build one. If this message found you tonight, it may be because your next chapter isn't waiting on the other side with a sign from heaven. It's waiting on your courage. Let's see what's waiting for us. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bethany Alexandria. I am your host and reader, Thelia. A warm welcome back to our new and returning viewers, and to our subscribers. A special shout out. Welcome to Blind at Midnight. This reading may resonate with you, especially if you have been seeing repeated synchronicities of the following angel numbers: 1055, 1101, 1033, and 303. The song crowning your energy for this reading is The Weeknd, Earned It, 50 Shades of Grey. This weekend, you may find yourself, if not even now, whenever now is that you're listening to this reading, there's someone here heavily on your mind, in your energy. I'm hearing tansa back. You may have a way of observing things, leaning back and moving your knuckle and finger across your chin area. Very contemplative stance. What you're contemplating is a level of realization that you're having about the makeup of a person and the efforts that they have put towards what it is that you're perceiving about them. Maybe you're having to readjust your sense of perception about this person. And after doing the math, you are realizing that they carry a value that you never anticipated. There's a sense of spontaneity as well around this energy that you're quite intrigued with or taken with. It is possible that there has been some distance between you both. There may be a question mark around right of access between you two, and one or both parties may be choosing at this time to keep their distances. You would rather this person ignore any boundaries, or you may argue illusions of boundaries, and spontaneously reach out. In addition to that, in your regular life, you may find yourself surrounded by several energies on the daily. One, two, two, one coming through on the timer. You don't necessarily feel that these energies really mirror truth. You feel they're performative. And that's the difference between them and this other energy that you feel has earned it. They have a way about them, and you are up at midnight because the way that they have about them, you would prefer to be directly experiencing this in your own reality, and you're not. There's a feeling here of wanting to give due respect, to give due treatment, to maybe even have a second shot, a first shot, a third shot at creating a certain level of containership in order to explore this energy. Initially, the plans were to explore you by way of the blind reading branch, but there's a sense of depth in the energies coming through. And so we're doing this under the midnight umbrella. We will be starting off with this mixed deck. And we will be looking at pulling one card in representation first of what is rising in the quiet. Second, what it is that you are avoiding by staying awake. And third, we will look at what is a truth you only admit in the dark. Followed by what's happening between you and them at midnight. And one final card for Spirit's advice. Okay. What's rising in the quiet over the weekend is that you're very contemplative on love, choices, and wisdom. We have beloved wisdom. This is you seeing a truth, a key that may turn out to be a feather. And you're navigating the emotional and mental planes of how to move around this energy, how to make the right choice concerning this energy. What are you avoiding by staying awake? You're having a hard time manifesting this with hand in the reversed. You haven't yet quite mapped out maybe you're still sorting out the fitting, the pairing of the two. There's questions here about maybe resources, distance, reach, commonality of goals, and the resources that will be required. Also the time as well. You're questioning if you'll be met halfway. What is the truth you only admit in the dark? Evidence. Law enforcement, temptation, criminal history, avoiding the 12. You've been found slacking. So this card here for the truth you only admit in the dark, it's calling you out because it seems here that you already possess the intelligence, the information, the roadmap that you need. And by the energies of this card, you've already purposefully surrounded yourself with much, much, much material and deep thought about how to execute this. But you haven't acted. Hand reversed, evidence in the upright. This resistance is by your own doing. What's happening between you and them at midnight? We have feather in the reversed. Abundance, easy money, divine intervention, light work, air related, undecided, travel. Just give me the light. Yo. The name Sean, initials E, S, N, A, may be important. The name Marshall may be important as well. Someone here may be a marshal of some kind. Feather reversed. You're waiting for a sign. And this is what you're telling yourself, that you've created this condition that there's a sign that you're waiting on. And you won't move until you see this sign. And even though you've told yourself that you're waiting for this specific sign, there's still a lot of doubt here with the insecurity card. This is you burying a pea grain and going to dig it up every 3 days to see what's happening, not trusting the process. Okay, we're going to dive deeper into your energy and see what this beloved wisdom is about. Love is a choice you make every day, so choose wisely. Where do I put my love? Where do I direct my love towards? What is my love? What does my love look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? How can you be wise at love? But I want to be wise at love. I don't even know how, but I want to be wise. Because it's best to be wise. But how am I going to be wise? What do I need to do to be wise? Am I going to read? Am I reading to be wise? How can you be wise in love when it's so turbulent? When it already makes me feel so insecure about it. Didn't they say love was supposed to be easy? Spirit guides, for those that will resonate with this reading, tell us about this beloved wisdom that this energy is trying to apply to love. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Condition. The condition that if I don't see this divine signal, I am staying in place. You may have also placed a lot of things in your life on hold, a lot of anything that had a bit of activity or was taking the majority of your energy, you decided to put things on hold. What's the Ace of Wands reversed? You're also questioning, how do I recognize the Ace of Wands when it's in the upright? How do I test the energy of an opportunity to make sure that it is true? To make sure with the comfort pet that I can trust it, that I can trust with this blender mixing my energy with this experience, and with the peace card that I will end up manifesting peace in the end. I won't take these cards here, but it seems that you're concerned about something strange with the alien energy. Okay, you want to explore? Something is strange here about messages, vibrational signals that you're sending out about not receiving your ultimate freedom because you're not surrendering to the process. Alien upright, music inspiration upright, package delivery receipt reversed, freedom surrender reversed. Hmm. How do I measure an individual to know that they are trustworthy and that it is safe for me to mix my energies with them? How do I know that this hand won't get bitten? Hmm. How do I even establish or feel about being comfortable with then fine. Not it's not just about manifesting the opportunity, but it's about being comfortable mixing energies and being in a place of peace at the same time. It is possible in the history of your relationships that you've never experienced a bouquet of a great relationship with someone. It is possible that um, the boon that you needed with the Ace of Wands in the reverse when it came to people being trustworthy individuals that you could mix your energy with fully and then be at peace with it. It just, the conditions were never across the board consistent. Avoiding the fact that you've put rules around yourself because now you're really trying to sort out your own internal compass for how to navigate feeling through this energy. You're not manifesting, you're not making a move. Even if something is within reach, you aren't moving yet because you want to make sure that you don't make a misstep. Legal matters, disputes, making a decision in the reverse. Rent controlled apartment in the upright. Knight of Pentacles in the upright. Insecurity around not knowing how to be judicious, entrusting manifestation energy, entrusting new, entrusting individuals, maybe individuals that if you were a bunny rabbit, your ears would peak up in magnificent interest. Warner Brothers worthy Christmas interest. But you're saying, you know what? I know the situation that I'm in right now. It's not where I want to be because I would rather be over here where we don't have this distance, these boundaries, and you're reaching out and you're accessing me the way that I want to because you understand that I really don't have boundaries around you. But I'm not sure about this whole thing. And right now, the closest thing that I can put my hands towards is peace. So I just want to lay here and chill and just look at the ceiling. I'm going to stay where I'm comfortable, not moving just yet. Rent controlled apartment in the upright. I still want to control this with the fact that I am telling myself I don't know how to read energies. I'll be over here. Knight of Pentacles in the upright. I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. I'll wait. I'm going to wait for the feather to be in the upright because it's just too much for me to sort this out. Ooh, what is this? We have love, strong affection in the upright, clarifying evidence. What's the truth you only admit in the dark is that you are in love with this person. You feel bound by it, you feel restricted by it. You are mad, pissed, upset because such a knowing should really, if all the books, the stories are true, it should be freeing, and it's not. For all the colors of emotions that you feel, the felicity, the balanced femininity that comes from this strong affection in yourself, be you male or female. It's the kind of energy blooming in one's body that makes you think of sunsets on the beach, history, moving from milestone to milestone. You've been up in your head, wearing your white tee, one hand thrown above your crown and the other gently grazing your abdomen, thinking about this. And when you get into this mode, a part of the evidence of your strong affection to this person is that they get you highly aroused. What's happening between you and them at midnight? It seems no one is really feeling lucky, and you're both possibly looking at the whole situation thinking that it's a difficult one. Before we jump ahead, let's stick with the truth you only emit in the dark, this evidence that you hold strong affections for this energy. We have microdoser in the reverse. You miss this energy a lot. And whatever it was that you were getting from this energy, it was vital to you, to your sense of being, to whatever it is that sits behind those eyes that make you up. You miss that. You miss the love. You miss the attention. You miss the right of access that was afforded to you both. You miss that. You may be feeling quite heartbroken with these 3 hearts sitting on the table of the microdoser. You may also be having a really hard time entering into satisfying fantasy around this energy, possibly because the distance has been so long. What's love, strong affection? The microdoser, reverse. Conflict, reverse. Why are you avoiding this love? Despite the evidence, you may be fearful of stirring up a fight. What are you avoiding, even though you love this person? Not being received. Amazon delivery packages in the reversed. Not being received well. Yeah. Conflict reversed. Package delivery reversed. Right now, where you sit, stand, lay, you feel that with whatever little remnants of love that I have of you, of your essence, I would rather contemplate this and I would rather contemplate this and get a chubby than tape my tail over there and then be caught in a whole debacle, having to walk away with my not only my head hung, but no more chubby and my tail stuck between my legs. I don't necessarily want you to kill the dream for me, to be quite honest. And this is why I'm sitting over here repeating this story on repeat, that I need a sign in order to manifest. Tell us about this sign. Those that will resonate with this reading. What is this sign? that you're looking for. You want a bridge. This is the energy of what's happening between you and whomever it is that you feel has earned the access that you want to give them indefinitely, I'm hearing. Someone may be thinking of giving another person the key card to their place. What's that I reversed? The name Brandy may be important. The initials B. We have the Three of Wands. This is movement, motivated movement, planning, and then the actions behind that. Move towards me, babe. I want to see a sign. Move towards me. All you got to do is reach out and I'll pack my stuff. What's the Three of Wands? I'm looking for a sign. We have the Strength card falling off the table. Directionless. So we are wavering in our approach at times. Move towards me in some way, reach out, text, call. Show me that the sense of connectedness has some strength to it. What's Three of Wands? The revolving door in the reverse. So after the revolving door came out in the reversed, we ran out of memory. And so here we are picking up from where we left off. In the shuffle that followed after that, the Strength card came back out. So give me a signal, babe, and I'll come out to you right away. I drove all night to get to you. I would drive all night if that's what it took. You giving me a signal will definitely bring me the vitality, strength, and power that I need to know that this is something that I can work on confidently. What's Three of Wands? Revolving door reverse. The Strength card. So there may have been preparations on your end, on some level, to leave a place, to travel to someone, to make things solid. We have the mixologist coming out more in the reversed. What's Strength upright? The mixologist reversed. Intimacy bonding in the upright. There is a feeling here of wanting to dedicate yourself to another that you found new value in. I have no intentions of coming over there and treating things like a revolving door. The strength that I have will not be geared towards me mixing the pleasures that we share with external parties because I don't know how to contain myself. My strength will be focused on our own intimacy and bonding that we share between us. This is what I would like. I'm not sure what will work out with this insecure energy here. Clarify, spirit guides. We have glow, renew, repair, supple, soft in the upright, concern in the reversed. Will you accept me as I am? There may be something about your appearance that you are concerned about. What's this glow upright? Concern reverse. Competition other woman reversed. The Two of Wands in the reversed. Aha. Okay. I'm concerned and insecure around my ability to not only articulate but to emote behind that articulation that I'm for real and serious and genuine when I say to you that there is no competition, there is no other woman, there is no place for me to go. I have no map to go anywhere but with you. Where you go, I will go also, and vice versa. I want to repair this. I'm not sure how it will turn out. And this is why the reason why I'm awake and why this is the reason why I'm awake and thinking about how I really need to make a decision and I'm not making it and creating a reason to trick myself for not making it and instead choosing to remain in the place that I am is that I am not secure that whatever I have to offer as a repair to this will relieve your concerns with concern, caution, reversed, competition, other woman, reversed, Two of Wands, reversed. Will I be able to mend this with you to change your perception? Or, there may not be a history of another woman between you, but collectively, your experiences may have involved other third parties. Hmm. Why is there a need for you to repair anything? What's going on here, spirit guys? What's a blow? Concern reversed. Four of Wands. What's the Four of Wands? Player strategic. What's player strategic? Page of Coins. Page of Cups, rather. Player strategic. Page of Cups. The stand up in the reverse. What's the stand up reversed? Storm turmoil is ahead. What are these storms? The festive goer. What did this person want? What did this energy want? This festive goer that tried to cause a whirlwind or threatened a tower. What was this? Okay, let's leave it there for now. All right. The reason why you are in a place where you are feeling the need to repair things is that for Wands in the upright, you had the opportunity of putting some containment, hedging, foundation around building something with this energy. But you were more concerned about being strategic. You wanted to play the game to win. And so what you ended up doing was giving your love in doses, small doses with the Page of Cups, giving tiny offers. Maybe you wanted to be a husband and you showed up like a high school boyfriend. And all these Page of Cups mediocre offers of love did in this situation was that it made you seem unreliable with the stand up in the reversed. This individual saw you as little fires, and there may have been some regret as well at the fact of you both crossing paths. And for others on the other end of this, in your energy, because you failed to be the stand-up person, you failed to put down roots, you failed to lay the construction cords and put the pegs in the ground because you refuse to break ground on this situation. You had an envious energy that was watching you in the background, and they decided over my dead body. This energy came in and tried to overshadow whatever it is that you had in the past. And they disrupted the flow of things. And this is why you're having to be in the repair energy. This is why you're having to go back and backpedal and apologize, repair damage that you, before you even built a foundation, you left your property open to being taken. Spirit guys, do you have any further messages for us in the closing? Wanting the opportunity to make amends, to address the areas of insecurity, not only in ourselves, but in the relationship. Anything else in closing? If not, we'll leave it as is. And so it is. If you found this reading to be enlightening, revealing, or affirming of your experience, thank you for hitting that like button, and I will see you for the next reading. Until next time, bye for now.